Hello, good evening. It is February 12th right now at 6 o'clock. What time is it? Exactly 6 o'clock. And I am going to start my read of the Poison Study trilogy. Technically, I think it's 6 books now, but it was a trilogy and then she added 3 more books. So I'm going to read the original trilogy and then we'll see if I want to continue on with it. Probably won't, but you never know. I might. But yeah, I own the first book. This is like the one I own, and then I got books 2 and 3 from the library. So since it's extended weekend, by that I mean we have 1 extra day, I'm gonna try to see if I can read the entire trilogy this weekend, which, considering I haven't read anything in February yet, this is gonna be my first one. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I feel like I do it, but also that's like 1,200 pages, so we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I am excited to get into it. It is fantasy. I'm sure it's gonna be a really cute romance in there. I'm so excited. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so we're just over 50 pages in. We're 53 pages in. That's the first 5 chapters. And okay, so she has to keep going back for the butterfly's dust antidote. I'm confused. Did she just take it once and she has to take the antidote now like every day? Or does she keep drinking this poison? Like they keep giving her this poison, which is why she needs the antidote every day? Because I feel like it's option 2. But they don't mention that she has it again. So it sounds like she had it the one time and from now on you have to drink the antidote. I don't think that's it, because then everyone who had ever tasted it would have to do that. And I don't think that's it, but that's what it sounds like and I'm so confused. I don't get it. Also, is Valic gonna be our love interest? I'm real interested in that part. I kind of feel like he is, but then you never know. I feel like he is. I made coffee in my little poisoned apple mug, which just fits in right with this because she's a poison taster. But anyway, I think they said Marge was like an older woman, but I also kind of feel like she's not that old. Like part of me feels like she's like the older housemaid and she just doesn't like Yelena. And then the other part of me is like, oh no, she's around Yelena's age and she's jealous of Yelena because she likes Valic. I think it's the first one, but a little inkling is like, oh, maybe she is younger and she's just jealous. Yelena just moved into Valic's suite, so the romance is about to start brewing and I'm excited for that. And then the other thing was May and Kara keep getting mentioned. They're Yelena's friends from her time at MD5. How old are they? Because Yelena says at 16 you get chosen, I guess, to do the experimentation, and that was 3 years ago, so she's 19 now. That was a really clever way of putting in her age. But she was like, I want to like keep them from getting into that life, which means they would have to be younger than 16. But then I feel like they're her friends, so I would have thought they were like 18, 19, like around her age. But maybe they're like 14, 15 and they're about to be 16, so she's like trying to keep that away. I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna see them, if not in this book, in one of the sequels, but I feel like in this book, so we'll find out how old they are. But those are just some of my thoughts right now. Those are really my questions. But yeah, I'm excited. I also really like how realistic this is. Like her fears at seeing the men from MD5, I keep forgetting which district she's from MD5, from seeing the general from MD5, like it all feels so much more realistic than her being like, no, I'm just like some badass blah blah blah, or like all of her nightmares from remembering her time there. Like a lot of it just seems so realistic. I like it. I like her as a taster. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it. Also, when I started this book, I don't remember who said it because I saw this years ago. But years ago, I was watching a booktube video and someone mentioned how Throne of Glass is kind of, you know, they kind of saw similarities in Poison Study and Throne of Glass, and they were like, oh, you know, Selena, Yelena. We think Moss kind of stole this idea because, you know, it's a prisoner taken to be something. So she was taken to be a poison taster. Selena's taken to be an assassin. Selena, Yelena, like, it makes sense. I don't know because I've only read the first 180 pages of Throne of Glass. I do plan on reading that series whenever the library has it. So I don't really know. I don't remember the similarities, but I mean, I could see that argument. So we're 138 pages in, and I think the antidote is fake. I don't think she actually needs to take it. I think Butterfly's Dust is probably just something that like goes away. It's not that big of a deal as like a poison, or it's something where you just need to take the antidote once and then that's it. So I think he just told her that she needs to take it every morning to make sure she comes back, because he's over here forgetting and stuff like that. And if it was like real, he's over here trying to save her, so he's not gonna go and forget to give her an antidote that she actually needs, you know? So I don't think it's real. Also, how old is he? I'm having trouble figuring it out because he is the assassin that helped the commander take over 15 years prior. So he would have to be, I'm guessing, around at least 15 to have helped with assassinations, which would make him 30, which would make him 11 years older than Yelena. In my head, he's like 25, but that would make him way too young to have helped with, you know, coming up with the king. I don't know. Oh, and I think Rand is in on something. I don't know what it is, but he's in on something, which is one, why he's befriending Yelena, like why he's looking for her, why he was like, would you sell information for money kind of thing. I don't know what his place is, but he's there's something definitely going on with him. Okay, we're just given Valic's age estimation. She said she thinks the commander is 40, about 7 years older than Valic, which means Valic is 33. That's a 14-year difference. Unless I misread her age and she's older than 19, which I'm almost positive she's not. Or unless I'm misreading and there's no romance, which I don't think I'm misreading, because it's like leading to it. It's like she didn't trust him at first, but like she's slowly starting to feel safer with Valic. I don't know. That's a 14-year age gap. That's a big gap. I don't like the sound of that. Anyway, mid-chapter, but I just wanted to give, oh my god, I can't speak. Or mid-chapter, but I just wanted to throw this in. At the end of this last chapter, Brazel's group had just left and Valic had just come back, and she was like, oh, so should I leave now? Like, should I not stay in your suite anymore? And he like paused and he was like, no, you're still in danger. That was so an excuse. He paused because he was like, he didn't want her to leave, and her relief, like her breath of relief, was probably the same as his pause and trying to come up with an excuse, because they both wanted her to stay. I thought that was so cute. I just think their relationship is so cute because it's so like it's coming out so naturally. It's not love at first sight. It's not like these hot, passionate moments. It's like very just naturally ebbing its way into the relationship. And right now she's watching him train. She's watching him fight for the first time, but she's watching him train, and she's just like intrigued. She finds it so beautiful. I'm like, oh my god, that is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna continue to see now. Okay, I could take the 1 week gaps that she keeps throwing in, like, oh, for the next week we were training, blah blah blah, and we did this, and then, you know, that happened. For the next 2 months, she just skipped the whole 2 months in 1 sentence. Okay, I mean, I get it, because in fantasy usually time passes, like, especially if you're training, you need time to pass. Especially if she's gonna use her training, she needs time to pass because she needs to be like gaining those skills. But that just, I was like, excuse me. But also I really like Ari and Jinko. Like, I think they're so cute. They're such good friends. I'm a big fan. I haven't been reading these entire almost 6 hours. It's 11:40. I haven't been reading the entire time, but I've been reading most of the time. Mind you, I'm a slow reader. Let's not forget that part. We are 218 pages in. So we have just under another 200 pages left of this. We have 191 pages left. And right now it's going a little slow because they're in training. So it's just letting you know, it's going through the motions of like, we're training. And it's an important part because she can't just skip this part, because then you'll be like, she barely even trained. Like, how does she know how to do any of this? So it's an important part. Marge is offering her money for something right now. I don't know what it's for yet, but it's for something. But it's also late. It's past my bedtime. So I'm gonna continue this tomorrow, finish it, and then hopefully start magic study tomorrow. My goal is to finish this completely tomorrow and then read like 75 to 100 pages, like 100 pages of this, and then finish this on Sunday, and then again start like maybe 100 pages or so of this on Sunday, of fire study, and then finish it on Monday. That's the tentative goal. We'll see. Monday and Sunday, I should have a lot more of the day to do reading, because today I had like I had more like household errands to do, and then tomorrow I have club things to do. But Sunday and Monday, I think I should be pretty free to finish these. But yeah, I am enjoying it. I like Elena as our main character too. It's not like amazing. It's not like a 5 stars. But it is enjoyable. I really like our main character, which is great, because the worst thing is not liking your main character and then you're just like, oh my god, I'm enjoying the story, but this main character is so annoying. I don't have that here. So yeah, and I really like Valic. Like, really like him. He's such a good guy. I just want to know everyone's motivations for everything, because I don't understand some of these. Like, I don't trust that their motivations are exactly what they say. Like, Valic and the commander have this relationship, but also I kind of don't trust it. So I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm wrong in not trusting it, but also I can't help it. But anyway, I would just like to quickly point out, I've only read like 10 pages of this, like not much. But so much time is passing. It's just like little bits. So she'll be like, a week passed, or the next few days passed, a couple days later. Like, I get it, but also I don't know. I'm not a big fan of huge time gaps done in succession. Like, if you do it once, I'm cool with it, but it keeps being done and it's kind of getting on my nerves. I like that she keeps referring to Valic as her Valic. Like, she'll be like, my stone-faced Valic, when he was mad at her. I don't remember what the exact line was, but she was like, oh, I'm glad to have my Valic back. I was like, oh my god, I love that you keep saying that. Also, complete 180. So she was raped. I hate reading rape scenes. Like, it completely drains me. I mean, I'm sure everyone hates reading rape scenes, but I usually can't do it. Like, it really affects me. You don't actually get a rape scene in this. It's just more of a mention. But yeah, she's doing really well. She's very strong for having gone through that and then immediately being taken into the dungeon after, you know, she got raped, she killed him, and then she immediately got taken into the dungeon. I feel like she's doing really well. She's really strong and I really like her. Like, she's such a good character. I'm such a fan. I knew it. Marge was not betraying them. They were playing each other. Marge was like, I'm gonna get Yelena cut. Yelena was like, I'm gonna get Marge cut. I fucking knew it. Yeah, I don't think it's Marge. I actually do. Like, Marge is a bitch, but I think she is loyal to the commander and Valic. So I don't know who it is. I knew Rand was in this somehow. Is he the leak? Oh, right now, he's the leak. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. That is so well done that usually I'm like making all these guesses and I tend to be like 80% right. I mean, yeah, I guess that Rand was somehow involved in all of this, but I didn't guess he was the leak. I still don't kind of believe he's the leak. At the same time, I believe he's the leak. You know, it's just, it's so good. I'm having such a great time. The odd part of that is, like, it doesn't feel like a 5-star. Like, it's written and I'm enjoying it like a 5-star, but I don't feel it. I don't know how to explain this. We still got a while though. We still got like over 100 pages, so let's go. I'm not gonna keep doing this, but I knew he wasn't a leak for leak purposes. He's the leak, but he's doing it to pay off debts because he's a gambler. He's addicted to gambling, but like, that's not the point. The point is he doesn't want to do it. He's just doing it because like he has to. So I was partially right in both instances. Like, I thought he was the leak, but also I didn't because I didn't see him as that type of person. So it's a little bit of both, you know? I'm tired of moving every time I have something to say. I guessed it was gonna be Brazil to be the next, to be the successor from the very first mention. And then when the commander told the entire group, he was like happy about it. I was like, oh, they talked about this already. Like, that was obvious. Also, it's pretty obvious that the criollo that they are feeding him is some type of way of like brainwashing him. So I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know if it's just like eating it and like a magician can get into your head and like have you do whatever you want. I don't know if that's how it's done, but it's obvious. Obvious. The fact that Valic is the only one that figured it out, I'm surprised Yelena didn't figure it out. I mean, to her, she just wants more. She wants to taste more, but like, I'm surprised she hasn't figured it out. Valic is smart. Valic obviously figured it out. He's like, it's his job to know stuff like this. We've got a whole 99 pages left of this book, and it's going really well so far. Valic and Yelena's relationship is, it's just cute. It's progressing slowly. He just told her he wants everything. Before that, when she tried to, you know, touch him, she tried to go and button his pants, and he stopped her, and she was like, oh, he doesn't want me. That made it obvious. Nah, bitch, you were drunk. Okay, he was doing the right thing. But he was like, I want everything from you. He keeps doing it so it sounds like he just means it in a professional manner, but he doesn't. I understand why he does that, but it's so cute to read behind the lines and be like, oh no, you actually want her. Oh my god, it's so cute and I'm having such a good time. I do think though that by the end of this book, the commander is gonna be dead and Brazil is gonna be in charge. He's gonna be the new commander, and then I think in this book she's gonna go to the southern lands and she's gonna be learning her magic. So like, here's what I think is gonna happen. I think in this book the commander is gonna die, and what's her name, Yelena's magic is gonna show itself and Valic is gonna find out, and then Valic and Yelena together with the Southerners are gonna go to Scythia, and you know, she's gonna learn her magic, and then I don't know what's gonna happen after that, but yeah, that's my guess. So the butterflies dust thing is real because like he's giving her a whole flask of the antidote. I just want more explanation on that because I don't get it. But right now they're going to Brazil's. They're going to MD5. So Brazil's, what is it, like a castle or something? To his territory. And she was like, oh, we could be here until thawing season, which I'm assuming is a good like 4 months. I'm assuming that's 2 seasons. I don't know. I can't tell what season means in this book because there's 6 seasons. So I don't know. But that makes me so curious because there's only like, what, 60, 70 pages left? So are we gonna go through like seasons in that? I feel like we're not. I feel like it's gonna be another week or 2 and then we're gonna be done with this book. I also don't think Valic is gonna stay behind. I think he's gonna stay behind right now when they leave, but he's gonna end up coming. I have no guesses on what's gonna happen. I literally have no idea. I knew Valic was gonna follow them, like he didn't even wait. This man followed them right away. I love that. I love that. Okay. We have just over 50 pages left and she just arrived home. And I'm not home, to Brazil's place, and I'm so scared for what's gonna happen. Like, I'm scared, but also I have faith that she will protect herself. And also I'm curious if we're gonna meet May and Kara now. And what else can I be curious about? What else can I also Valic is with the group, but I don't think he's made himself known. So I don't think Makin, I don't know how to say their names, Makin and Brazil know that he's there. This is interesting. This is interesting. Last like 60-ish pages. I knew butterflies dust wasn't real. Fucking knew it. I think it's just, I don't know, because he said you're still gonna feel the symptoms. So I think the antidote was just to keep it in the system until so it doesn't vanish away. I think that's what happened. I was right. I think they just had sex. That's my thing about young adult books back then, because this was written in like 2005 or 6. The sex scenes were written so discreetly that like, was that a sex scene? Because the only thing, because at first I thought they were just kissing. This would have been their first kiss. I thought they were just kissing. And then she said, I thought my body would clench in horror, but it didn't because of what happened to her before. But that could just be like when you're, because they're lying on the ground when you're kissing and your bodies are like touching each other. That's what I thought. And then the rest of it was, I was kind of like, are they? And then she said oh, here it is. I drew in his essence, feasting on the feel of his body in mine. In mine. So I think they just had sex. I think so. Ooh, when he finds out that she's a magician, he's gonna be so loyal to her though. He's not gonna care, but still. It's like right as I spoke that, it was like, oh, we're gonna go ahead and tell you. She told him she's a magician. He didn't even react. It was literally that much of the page. That's it. And it wasn't even a full conversation. She just said, I told him everything. Is there anything else? No. I told him everything and he went, do you trust her? Like, that is so sweet. That like he trusts her so much that he's like, okay, if you trust her, I trust her. Okay. I just like them. They're so cute. If something happens to Ari or Janko, I will lose my fucking shit. I'm so scared something's gonna happen to them. To one of them. Oh my god, I can't handle that. That was a cute ending. But Valic isn't going with her to the southern borders. Okay, I was wrong about a couple things. The commander didn't die. So that entire part I was wrong about. But there was a whole problem with Brazel's district. But the loyalty to the commander, I actually like the commander. Like, he's fair. Like, I mean, some things are a little too strict with him, but overall he's not bad. Valic's thing to him, loyalty to him, how are they gonna get past that part? Because he's also loyal to Yelena. I just thought, oh, it was cute. It was very like slow, their romance, but it was so cute. And the 2 times they had sex were very much not actually, like, it doesn't say they have sex, so if you don't really know, you have to like read between the lines to get it. But he's not going with them to the south, and now I want to know what is gonna go on with their relationship. Hold on, let me read this. Your life is bad when you miss your days. Old friends to help her with these new enemies. Those old friends are gonna be Marion and Ari and Janko and Valic, of course. Pause. Okay, real quick, while we're between break on those calls, I ended up giving this a 5 stars just because I couldn't think of anything wrong with it for it to not get a 5 stars. But like, I don't have like a strong inclination to give it any rating, but like the story was well worth the 5 stars, you know. So technically the goal was to get through like at least 100 pages of this today. That's definitely not happening. Maybe like 30 pages. Barely started. Technically the goal was to finish this tomorrow and start this tomorrow. Highly unlikely that's gonna happen. I could still try to finish this tomorrow, but starting this, probably not gonna happen. I'm definitely not gonna finish this little challenge of mine, but I'll probably just continue this video until I finish it, because I'm not gonna talk about this like part way and then not finish talking about it. But anyway, in terms of this, I am really nervous to get into it because I'm just like, I feel like everything I do is based on romance, and it's so annoying. Like, I get annoyed of it myself. So my thing is like, how long until Yelena and Valic are back together? That's my question. Part of me feels like it's not going to be that long, and I feel like it's gonna be interesting enough in the southern land that I don't really care enough about it. I don't know. But yeah, I do need to start reading this. If only just the first 2 chapters. That's 28 pages. But yeah, I'm very curious, because technically this is gonna end off just like that, because this was originally a trilogy before she added the next 3 books. She technically added a second trilogy, but I think it's still following Yelena, so still following the same story, kind of like how Tara Mafi did the Shatter Me, not with a series but it was a trilogy like that. I never continued with the Shatter Me, the second set of books. I don't think I'm gonna continue with the second set of these either, just because sometimes I'm like, once the story's wrapped, it's wrapped. Okay, we don't need to continue on with it. And honestly, not gonna lie to you, if I didn't have these, and if I didn't have the challenge to read these for this weekend, I don't know if I'd continue on. just because it's not like a strong enough urge to continue on. Like, it's not that I'm not interested in the story, I just don't have a strong enough urge to continue on with it. But we're going to, because I have them, and yeah. Honestly, I feel like I'm not gonna read this today, let's be honest.